All right, Carl here. Welcome. This is going to be me looking at the OP14 cards for the first time. First, I'm just going to go through the card list just for some initial reactions, and so I don't miss any cards that may not be included in deck lists of the new leaders. And after that, I'm going to go into each of the leaders, look at what cards they're commonly playing, how strong those are, how strong those will be against us, and what type of deck lists we may want to use against them. Yeah, so let's get started. Starting with red, Law Leader. 5 life, yada yada yada. Activate main, select 2 supernovas or hard type characters. Swap the base power of the selected characters. Okay. So we can play a low cost unit and then give it insane attack after swapping. We can also maybe like small things with we can attack twice with the same character, right? Like if we have a big body with like 9,000 attack, we swing, we play a rusher, and then we swap the attack and swing again. Doesn't even need to be a rusher, it can just be a normal card. So we can always attack with the highest attack, highest base attack, twice. Okay. Suppose that's pretty strong. He doesn't get board or anything, but he does get big swings. Potentially scary. Yeah. That's just an altered, right? Yeah, okay. When attacking, if this character has 5,000 power or more, so basically using Law's ability, draw one card and KO with 3,000 base power. That's actually a huge pain in the ass. What? That KOs all of our smaller blockers, and also, Dock or something if we're playing it left feet. Even if it's just played early, he can attach some Dawn, but he doesn't need to. If he plays this on like 3, and then next turn, like on 5, he just plays something with 5,000 power that can't attack yet anyways, then I guess it kills something. Okay, so this is gonna be a pain in the ass already. Beige cannot be KO'd by things with 5,000 base power or less, so he's immune to the Dock removal here, and not to the Teach. He doesn't really have any innate threat, just with the leader ability, right? Doesn't look too scary. Cavendish. So he gets Rush. Okay. So this is one of those things where you just swing with something big, play Cavendish, give it Rush. Okay, so you can get a free big swing in, even if they've relatively little Dawn left. That's annoying. One Dawn, give a rest at Dawn. Doesn't need to rest himself. So I guess it's infinite value, but see. Shachi and Penguin. I'm a Law fan, so I can't be too salty about the hard powered cards. Minus 2,000 power when attacking. This doesn't look scary even with the Law ability. Okay, a 2k. Oh, that's fine. No effect, just a vanilla body. Ooh, 9 cost Law, 10,000 attack. That looks cool. Pre-time skip Law. Okay, let's see. So, Rush. Okay, already don't like the card. On your opponent's Rush with on your opponent's attack. Okay. You can trash 2 cards. Select your leader and 1 character. So enemy or yours. Swap the base power of the selected cards with each other. So your opponent attacks your leader and you can turn yourself into him for like a 10,000 attack. So once per turn you can basically give yourself a plus 5k. You can also bring an enemy down to the 5,000 leader while giving him up, so that also works. So I guess it's attack and defense. Annoying for us, just because of the rush 10k. None of it is on play. We can black hole it. Continue. That's just an altard, right? Yep. Hazel, 1 KO. Okay, you can play low. They have a lot of 2000 power, so this reliably just plays a character. It's not rested. It's not a blocker, but I guess he can swing with it and be annoying. Blocker. Okay, he's a 2k. I was gonna say that doesn't look very strong. Beppo. 2 free dawns. If you use the ability on him. Looks like a Surger. It is a Surger. Okay. When attacking, minus 1000 power is fine. Kid. Blocker on play. Can play cheap blocker. Okay, so it's pretty similar to the red, the forecast Luffy. On play, so that part isn't a problem. Although we haven't really seen much on play in this deck so far. We've actually seen almost none. It's almost like 1 and 2 costs to swap. Then the law doesn't have on play. Unless we see something big soon. He actually doesn't have on plays we want to negate. So this is annoying because it actually is something. Okay. Next up, Zoro. Rush, 8000 attack. Okay, the effect is somewhat negligible, but it's another high cost rush character like the law. Drake. Okay, if your supernova's type character would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may give your leader 2000 power during this turn instead. And he's supernova, right? So he can kind of protect himself, but he does need a way to get around that restriction. The law seems to be the way to do that, but I think that was... let's just continue on for now, also attacking. And we continue. Events. Shambles. Two of your opponent's characters with 9000 base power or less. So it would work on Burgess. Swap the base power of the selected characters with each other. Okay. So this doesn't work to get rid of Burgess. And he can't select the 10 cost teach. So this doesn't do much, huh? I guess it can like, if you pick something we have with like 1000 attack or something, then Burgess goes down by 3, but for 3 mana you could also just attach it, so irrelevant for us. If there's a high cost character, high attack character, doesn't need to be base, so I guess I can cause it. Is this counter? It is counter. Okay, so it's a 1 down 4000 power. Trigger too, it's annoying. Can 1 cost. Okay. Alright, so that was that. Interesting. Let's continue on to the green cards. Mihawk. If your opponent's leader, okay, that's cool. Just kind of giving him the classic resistance, like Daz Bones almost. Well, we're not slash. You can rest one of your cards, so I guess that counts characters and Dawn or leader. Hike a 5 cost or more. Set up to 3 of your Dawn as active. Okay. Not just to attach, but just 3. Although you can't play character cards. So I guess events and attach. 3 free Dawn per turn isn't bad. But you do need to rest something for it, so I guess it's 2 free Dawn. Unless you have something you can rest, like characters that work with this. Next up, Isho. When this character becomes rested, you can add a card from top of your life. If you do, up to one of your opponent's rest characters or stages, really? Come on, that's mean. That's not really much, it's minor inconvenience for us. Really good against Emo, I guess, so I'm happy to see stuff that messes him up. Yeah, so I guess he can play him, rest him to get the Dawn back, gets a card from his life, and like stuns a Burgess or something. That's quite annoying. It's not once per turn, actually. I just noticed. So I hope he doesn't have ways to restand it. Mm, 2 Dawn at the end of your turn, every turn. Annoying for events. We saw that with like the Sanji, but I guess not super scary. It dies to the engine. Drew, 2k, end of turn set is active. Not very scary. Just a 2k. Okay, on play, 3 Dawn active again. Then you can't play character cards. 1 Dawn, 5,000 body is annoying. On KO, rest up to one of your opponent's cards. It's unconditional? 10 costs. My normal Dawn, my leader. That is so annoying. Oh my god. Kuro. Okay. If your leader's okay, so it's not part of the Mihawk deck, it's part of Kuro. Up to 1 East blue type character. Relatively high. It's like a Moria type effect with on play, not a problem for us. Another Odin, 4 cost. If it's rested, he gets 2000 power. 1 defending, so he's just harder to kill, but not much of a threat. Yeah, he's a 2k. Makes sense. Shanks. He looks pretty badass in that picture, not gonna lie. When this character becomes rested, rest up one of your opponent's characters with 7000 base power or less. So he can rest all of our blockers. That is annoying. Also unavoidable. It's not on play. So he plays this and he can rest something like the 5 cost Kuzan. If this character is rested, give all your opponent. What? And he has vanilla stats too. That's actually really disgusting. What? That's annoying. Okay. Where do we go here? Johnny. I rested KO up one's rested characters with a cost of 2 less. Okay. So I can't kill our blockers, but he can get rid of like a Lafitte or a Duck Q. Annoying. Toshigi. That's not once per turn. Okay, so immune to my removal unless I negate it. Ugh. Activate main, you can rest 2 cards, and it gets 2000 power, so it's also difficult to swing into. Also annoying. Okay, just a 2k, Nami, blocker, on play. Rest 2 characters with a cost of 8 or less, then set up to 5 your Dawn cards active. Wait, that's more for the red-green Luffy, right? But still, that's insane. Well, it's on play, so who cares? The human drills. 2k? Yeah, 2k. When characters become rest up to 1. Okay, so actually also annoying. It's another effect that rests our blockers. On play. Can't be rested. Annoying. You may rest one of your cards. Okay, oh, that's on KO. But he's kind of annoying, but she's out of black hole range. Ugh. That is rough. Let's continue. Luffy. Film. All your green characters, base cost 4 more, gain 1000 power. It's only during your turn, but it's still kind of annoying for a white board. More KO immunity. Get 2k as well? No, it's just... Okay, Yosaku. Okay, can freeze a Burgess. Ugh. Oh, events. Counter. So it's just an unconditional 4k. I guess we've just reached that point. Oh no, no, never mind. You can rest one of your cards. In that case, okay, fine. Trigger. Rest 7,000, so he can rest a Burgess, he can rest a blocker. Annoying. For fun. Can rest 3 of your cards. So I guess he can just rest a lot of those and proc a lot of effects. KO rested thing with 7,000 base power less. It's KO, so Burgess doesn't have to worry. I guess the blockers could. And it's, you know, still has the counter. He never bothered to remember the faces of trash. The various translations here always vary. Rest 2, draw a card, and rest up to one of your opponent's characters. 7,000 base power less. And your leader gains, yeah, also as a counter event. Another one. On play, it's a stage. Okay, so draw stage. Set up to one of your done. Come on. So he gets the free dawn every time. Okay. We move on to blue. Jinbei. 5 life. You can trash a card. Okay, no compensation for it, so just trash. 2 rested dawn. Okay, that's a very underwhelming effect. I'm guessing it has a lot of support that makes this better. Oh, it goes into the next, it also goes to the blocker. I guess. Kinda hard. I think I'll go back to Bow later and first read through these cards because they seem to be fishmen at the start. Arlong, search. 2 or more is like covers almost everything. Still 3,000 attack. So I guess it's in range of like his buff. Okay, this guy on play. And also a bit of KO cycle. Now it kind of goes all over the place. Don't know what to do with this Newgate. I'll read it anyways. Blocker. On play. Draw 2, trash 1. Okay. That's not that scary, I think. A little bit of a +1 later, but it is a big blocker, but 8,000 attack for 8 cost isn't that impressive. We can beat over it at that point. Okay, so he gets a rush when you leader ability trash, okay. And KO, also draw a card. So a bit similar to our deck actually, if we have the engine where we have the trashing leader ability and then our cards draw on KO. Koala. Okay, it's just a 2k. But I guess you can also set it up for if you have something with multiple attacks. Shirashi. Blocker on play. Draw and play something for more flood. Shiryu. Let's go to Jinbei first here. Okay. 8 cost 10k. Seems like a boss card for this. 20 cards trash from your hand. Okay. Okay, so it gets rush. It is like a permanent effect. Wait, is it? I think we can't vortex this. I think once it happens, it's activated for the rest of the turn, so we can't negate it. Unfortunate. On play, rest 2 more, so you played a Tendon. Draw 2. And return a 7 cost? Okay, well, it's on play, so who cares? I'll also go read the Shiryu. Up to one of your opponent's characters, no cost restrictions. Then trash all cards from your hand. Okay. Rough. I'm gonna read the Boa now before I move over. When you play a card during opponent's turn, draw a card. If you have a Dawn, when one of your Amazon lately, your creature pairs have 5,000 base power more is KO'd, add up to 1 card from the top of your opponent's life cards to the owner's hand? What? That's insane. What? 5,000 base power more is nothing. It's not even restricted to me or abilities or anything. What combat, my things, um, if she has effects that KO her own stuff. I mean, it's not trash. That would be like, the most broken leader so far, but that's so much free damage. How am I supposed to clear the board? Wait, that's so disgusting. And she gets free cards on top of that, as if that wasn't enough. It's like ace. And she's still dual leader. Oh man, that looks scary. Especially depending on self KO effects coming up. Hmm. Okay, we didn't see play during enemy turn though so far, so that's good. Let's continue. This is just the same Jinbei. Chew. On play draw. Okay, so it's just a body. I guess it cycles, but I don't see this being very good. Touch on, same thing, but on KO draw card. Anya Ball. Trash 3. He's a blocker, so that's good, but trash 3 cards? Impel down character with a cost of 6 or less from your hand. I mean, that has to be complete garbage, right? Unless I'm missing something. Uh, 6 or less is not that impressive. Okay, also blocker. If you have 7 less cards in your hand, this character's base power becomes the same as your leader's base power. So I guess for something like Ace, that's annoying. Blocker 6,000. Normally it's 5,000, I suppose. 7 or less is a pretty high bar. Oh, Fisher Tiger. On play, Fishman type, draw 3 cards. And then end of turn you go back to 5. Well, we can prevent the draw 3. So that's good. Just a 2k. Also 2k. And he can still attack. Yeah, still just a 2k. Don't worry, I'm here. All your fishmen are more folk in 1,000 power during this turn. So I guess strong for a wide board. Only worth it if you have more than, well, I guess you only need 1 character, but you actually have to play a card, so you need to have 2 characters. Plus your leader. Annoying, but for a card. Trigger's annoying, but it's fine. Ocean Current Shoulder Throw. Okay, like counter event for the 3k. Oh, and you draw a card. Cost 2, but you also draw a card. That's annoying, actually. Free 3,000. You can add 3 more, so play it for 5, and then you can play Fishman with a cost of 3 or less. And then return up to 1 character with 6,000 base power to owner hands. So for 5, since he can play a 3 cost, it means that for 2 Dawn, he can bounce a 6,000 base power. And since it's base power and not current power, we can't dodge it with Burgess. That's really annoying. I mean, you have great help, yada yada. Jinbei, you have 2 less cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. That's pretty easy to accomplish with the trashing. Trigger bounce a Burgess. I mean, this is looking like it has a lot of ways to get rid of Burgess. And there's purple. And so we move to purple. Doflamingo, what can he do? Your opponent's attack, down -1. And you can change the target. Okay. For down -1, that's not that bad. I can protect his cards using his leader, and he can protect his leader using his cards. Annoying, but nothing game breaking so far. If somebody removed from the field by effect, you can do go -1 instead. Still vanilla stats. That's not all. When attacking, when your opponent does not tower during turn. Oh my god. So we have our Burgess at like 9,000, and he just attaches like 2 Dawn and swings into it, and it's down to 7,000, and he can swing into it afterwards again. Can't really remove it efficiently because it protects itself. So 4, I'm gonna have to hope he doesn't have a lot of ramp. Gladius. On KO done -1. KO or rest up to one of your opponents. Okay. So I can choose, so I can, rest the Burgess, but KO or annoying blockers. On play, ramp. Set as active. Okay, what is this? On KO, if your opponent has 6 or more Dawn cards on their field, you play a 5 cost. So for 4, you ramp. Okay, right, that's on KO. It does get one shot by Black Hole, and we can ignore it as far as I can see. I don't see. Oh, right. I just remembered. Dofi can redirect an attack into the sugar. So as soon as this is on the board, if we attack at all, it dies, and he gets a free 5 cost. So basically, it's a free 5 cost. He does get to play during my turn as well, which is annoying. Good reminder that I'll need to turn off on plays ahead of time. Giola on KO. Ramp. KO with characters with a base power of 0 actually hits our dock. That's annoying. We don't really have a good way to get around that combo. Senior Pink, the Chad. D-Ramp on KO. Oh my god. Okay, Diamond is just a stud. Dallinger, 1 cost. Searcher? No. On KO, Ramp. And a Searcher. Okay. That's insane for a 1 cost. I mean, of course, it's always, slightly delayed, but still. Travel. Opponent's turn. When you deramp, you add 1. You undo it. So this guy needs to die. Oh, 10 cost, okay. On play, -3. KO and 8 cost. Up to 3 of your opponent's characters because cannot be rested. Okay, so even though the first is ignorable and the Dawn -3 is nice, we need that on play prevented. When this becomes rested by your opponent's effect, go -1. Okay, so it's just a blocker that can't really be rested. Cool. Pika, ramp, end of turn, on play ramp, on KO, heal as a 4 cost? Are you kidding me? I guess this is the type of stuff you need to black hole. He has a lot of D ramp, but the effects are so strong. And he has a lot of ramp that we can't really avoid very well. Okay, Maho is just a 2k, Monet. On play, ramp. On KO, draw 2, trash 1. What? Ramp 2? You already ramp 1 on play. Active. And you already have card advantage from the draw. What is this? Oh my god. Low G. On KO, ramp. Minus 2000 power to an enemy. Ugh. Alright. Events. One cost 3000. You can instead, for 3, ramp. Okay. Through the event, so I cannot really reliably stop it. Counter 2 down 4000 and ramp. At least it's rested, but just this. If he leaves 2 up, that means if I attack, he can use it to ramp. So now I might not want to attack. Bullet string. Also another counter event. Down -1. During this battle. Oh, okay. So 2000 during the turn. And 2000 for that. So it's a 4000, but also that's insane. How do we get through that type of stuff? We'll need big Burgess swings. But he had other events. Oh man. Okay, and we move to black. Crocodile. What does our boy here do? All of your opponent's characters cannot be removed from the field by your effects. Okay, that's a downside. Let's see. Once per turn, you can KO one of your own characters. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -10. Okay. Then you can trash 2 cards from your deck. So this is a setup, basically. Completely dependent on the support this comes with. And the Moria. Alright. Does it go straight to... it goes to the Moria card. Actually, it goes back and forth. So I guess we have to read Moria. Moria. You can KO a Thriller Bark. Your leader and all your characters gain 1000. That's really annoying. Just get rid of a 1 cost and buff the entire team. When attacking, you can trash 3 cards from your hand. Add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. I guess that is the ultimate combination of black and yellow. Trash and gain a life. 3 is a lot though. I mean, it's from the top of your deck, so you lose 2, but that's still a good amount. Alright, well, let's continue. Spider Mice. On play, trash 3, fills the trash. On KO, KO of 1 cost. Ugh. So it gets rid of our smaller blockers. And he can trash it reliably, right? He can just destroy it right away. Yeah. So, does this have any... No, it doesn't have any restriction. So yeah, you can always just, for 1 Dawn, KO or 1 cost blockers. Annoying. On KO, +4 cost until the end of your opponent's next end phase. 4 is a good chunk. Getting rid of those will be difficult with the engine. Wednesday, trash this character and give -3000. So yeah, with Crocodile ability. It's a 2k. It looks like that's gonna be most of its use. How is this set up? Once per turn. You do need to KO something. Miss All Sunday. On play 7 cost, so I guess we know what when we're negating. Play character card. Baroque works. Cost of 4 or less. And 1 with a cost of 1. Okay, so like a mini Moria. Can, yeah, play 4 cost, then also 1 cost. Like this. Draw 2 cards, trash 2 cards. Mostly a 2k. Zala. If you have 7 or more, which seems to be basically instant. Becomes 5 or 7,000. And +2 cost for all of your Baroque Works characters. On play. Searcher trashing the rest. That is a big spike. I guess it's not like Burgess where it just keeps getting stronger, but still helps. On KO, draw a card and KO up to one of your opponent's stages with a cost of 1. What? And he can activate this instantly, right? Wait, no, that was Moria. No, but no, Crocodile does it too. So for 1 Dawn, he loses nothing. It's a 2k as well, so he'll actually have it in the deck list. Any KOs. That's so ridiculous. What? That alone is gonna make this matchup cancer. Oh my god. Okay, Ryuma. Draw 2, trash 2. Trigger. It's a nice trigger, but it's a brick. This is pretty dead, I think. I don't think people will play this. If there's a character with a cost of 0, or with a cost of 8 or more, which will like always be the case, this character has rush against characters. That's annoying. On play, you can rest a 0 cost. Okay. Which will be, again, all of our characters. Bon. On KO, 5 cost. Okay. Galdino. Okay. It's once per turn, but it is general immunity. He has vanilla stats, so that's annoying. Could actually be a body, since you can't really get rid of him. It's not just effects, but also fighting, so this thing will be hard to kill. I wonder if they'll play it. Babe Ruth. Blocker on KO. Get a card back. Okay, that's strong. Gem. Okay, it's blocker on play. Judge a trash 1, okay. 2k. Ground death. You can rest 2, so for 3, negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less during this turn. So I can get rid of blockers, and it can also negate my Burgess. It also can get rid of Kuzan as well. It doesn't hit the 6 cost. What's it called? Kuzan. No, wait, it does. It's not base. It's just there. So he can negate anything, including stuff like our 6 cost Kuzan, so that we wouldn't get the effect of, although I guess if it's not a blocker that won't happen anyways. But it's a black hole-like effect. Negate the effect. It's not locked. We just run this. Counter if you have 10 or more cards in your trash up to one you leave 4,000. 1 Dawn 4,000. And a black hole for 3 Dawn. Okay. So we just include this, right? Okay, teach support, I'll take it. Hurry up and make me the Pirate King. Okay, just Searcher. Crescent Cutlass. Yada yada. 3 cost. For 1 you can just buff everybody's cost if you need to dodge KO effects like us. Lead against 3,000 power just as an event. Disappointed. Wait. Didn't we have this already? Oh no, this was for the Thriller Bark, okay. Absalom, okay, the next page isn't showing it. On KO. Searcher. Okay. Has that trigger also to play a forecast rested? Vanilla ores. Come see. Again, same trigger. No effect. But it's a 2k with that trigger as well. It's actually annoying. Like they will always run this and then still have a good chance of getting the trigger. Okay, we're at yellow. Let's go back a moment. We continue on. Grab Onion. On play. Grab a life. And add something to your life. Okay. So set up triggers. Okay, and you can grab stuff from the bottom so you can set up multiple triggers. It does have trigger play. So I can add stuff that you're not ready for. Okay, it's annoying. Oh, okay, that looks awesome. What? Okay, on play. Play forecast or add it to your life. Okay. Healing. But on play, so we can ignore it. Same trigger. Damn, that's a big body to have a trigger. Everything has that damn trigger in the Moria deck. Okay, we're seeing finally the Boa cards. Activate main. Or reveal 3 cards. Okay. Give your leader and all of your characters 1 rested on each. It's not on play. It's every turn. So you just get a whole bunch of free dawn. This thing needs to die. It's also a 2k. What? If trigger to play the card, it's a 6 cost with the trigger to play it. What is this? Blocker. Trigger, play this card. Okay, like blocker trigger. Okay. Annoying. On play, draw 2, trash 2. Yeah, okay, it's a 2k. And you can still have the same thing. Cycle. Really? On play. KO 7000. Okay, that's negligible. Activate the card's on play effect, but it doesn't. Uh, we can't negate it with leader ability. So he can KO one of our blockers mostly. The Burgess is fortunately immune. We can probably get around this, but it does KO the Augur. Sindri, and again, the same trigger effect. It's just a blocker, but I guess it's just a target that you can bring back. No, it's rested, so you don't actually get the nice trigger for it. Hogback on KO with 4 or less and a trigger. Okay, so just a forecast on KO. Verona on play and on KO. And it stuns, costs a 6 or less, which does hit Burgess. And she can be played with the thing. So during my turn as well. So on plays need to be negated first. 9 cost Boa. Okay, on play. Alright, that that always calms my heart here. Like high cost with just an on play is something we can probably not have to worry about. Heal 1 and do 1 damage. So it's like the 10 cost Big Mom, except it doesn't trash. And it's also less specific leader wise, and it also only costs 9. Also has a trigger. 6,000 power entering from your hand. More blockers, more body. Doesn't have like restrictions either. Like if on 3 down you swing 5,000 to life, you can just face a 6,000 body right away. So do we just not swing? Okay, Margaret. Searcher. That's bad. What? Searcher? I guess, you know, you get the body. But you trash 1 card from your hand. I guess that's the price you pay for the being able to play it. But still. Ran, activate main, rest at dawn. Also trigger play this card. Opponent's turn on KO. It's not a blocker. Okay. Opponent's turn on KO, add 1 card, attack, heal 1. And then you take 1 damage. And taking 1 damage means the triggers activate, right? Ugh. During the whole thing, I'm taking damage whenever one of her things dies. And again, played from trigger. Salamander, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, counter 2000 during the battle. And then 4 or less. Okay, that's not very impressive. I think I'm fine with this. Easy to avoid the on plays as well. Whoop, I clicked out of it. Actually, appropriate, because we're going to the next page. Okay, here we go. Brickbat. 3,000. Okay, so it's just a counter event, but has a trigger to play something. Okay, so like every card in this deck has that. Counter. If you have 2 or less. Okay, no cost restriction on that. So she can keep that for later on and then use it to stun like a Burgess or Teach. Trigger play a character with 6,000 power or less. I mean, early on, it's just if we run into these triggers, get so much tempo. Ridiculous. Wait. These are all over the place. Oh, okay. Wait. Are the secret rares? They're separate. Okay. With mangas and stuff. 9 costs. When this character becomes up to one of your opponent's characters. Okay, well at least it can't stop the teach, but still. It prevents a block, and also that character can't attack. It's also just every turn. The turn you play him, you can use it, and then also just every turn when he attacks. I wonder what the order for that is. Is it the same as like a when attacking effect, proccing first? No, because no, you could pick a target. And then do I get the chance to block? I guess we'll find out. On your opponent's attack, you can trash a card. Okay, you can turn stuff into 2Ks like the ace. Your characters. Okay, so anybody, considering yeah. Then if your opponent has a character with a cost of 0 or the cost 8 or more, so we always draw a card. We can prevent that, so that's fine. On KO, you can trash a card and play this character from your trash. And then he can stun again and draw a card. Oh my god, that is disgusting. Thank god we turn off on plays. Kid. Rush. Ugh. Oh wait, no, this is EVO. Wait, what? Oh, it's just a different art, or what? Oh yeah, it's just a Kid Killer, just in a different art. Okay, so these are just older cards, okay. Okay, cool. That's all the cards. Well, quite a bit. But I already have a lot of thoughts about them. But I'm gonna go look into them now, each by deck, and also kind of evaluate how we do against them.